So what are the popular psychedelic drugs? We have the two DMTs, the 5-MeO DMT and the NN-DMT. So I don't really know that these are used with sex. Has anybody had a sexual experience on DMT? We had a guy, and the last time I gave this talk, he goes, I had sex with God on DMT. It's possible. So those are probably not related to, probably not something people use when they're having sex. Ayahuasca and San Pedro I put in the same category, because people are not usually having sex on these substances. Usually they're done in groups, usually people throwing up in pails. It's not really the set and setting that most people find conducive to sexual communing with each other. Ketamine, there's not a lot of research. I know there's a lot of club kids who say they had sex on K, but I couldn't really find much about that at all. And I personally have never tried it. Now, LSD and psilocybin. LSD, in the 1966 interview with Playboy magazine, Dr. Timothy Leary stated, LSD is the greatest aphrodisiac ever invented by man. Now, Dr. Leary, who's one of my personal heroes, was well known for hyperbole, exaggeration, and liking to promote himself and LSD, which I'm glad he did because I think he's great. But as probably you know, LSD is always kind of a crapshoot. You don't know what you're getting. So you might have the best sexual experience that you've ever had, and right in the middle of it, become fascinated by a spot on the wall. And that is just as fascinating as what's going on, and you forget all about what you're doing. And the same with psilocybin. Psilocybin is actually very sensual, sexy. I know when I was at a festival, that's when I first realized God is in the body. It was on psilocybin. It's not just something you think about or talk about or worship. It's actually in the body. Mdma is not technically a psychedelic, although a lot of people include it as a psychedelic, and we're going to go into Mdma later in this talk. And cannabis, which some people consider a psychedelic and some people don't, is well known as an aphrodisiac.